What's going on, everybody? This is Char's Media Pod. My name is Char. Thank you for joining and watching this pod segment. I'll get into the topic of 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame result, which was absolute ridiculousness, travesty, and controversial that was. But I'll hit some quick topics, some of the interesting sports news that came out in the last couple of days. The first one, the news that are brewing in the tri-state area, New York City, is that the New York Giants are looking for their new head coach. After their hiring of the new general manager, Joe Shane, the Giants are in search of the new head coach. They have interviewed a couple of people, and it seems like Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills, is the front runner to get the job. And if he gets the job, I agree with the job. I think it's all about chemistry and tie and relationship. So if Brian Daboll gets a job as head coach of the New York Giants, he has good ties with Joe Shane, I agree with it. And the Giants are in the middle of the, a lot of mess. So we'll get into the Giants stuff later on the days. But if Brian Daboll's the head coach of the Giants, I'm support for that. And another news that kind of came out that might have a tie to the Giants head coaching search is that Sean Payton has stepped down as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And does this mean that Sean Payton's Giants gonna go after Sean Payton? No. After listening to the press conference of Sean Payton, he seems tired. He said, I'm paraphrasing, he wants to take a break from the head coaching. Probably gonna go to the rumors out there that he might go to broadcasting. And you just want to just not gonna want to head coach for at least one season or two. And later on in the future, maybe he's gonna go back to head coaching. But I don't think he's gonna come to the Giants. No. So Sean Payton stepped down as New Orleans Saints head coach. And in other news, Aaron Rodgers make another dummy news again after their playoff disappointment exit against the San Francisco 49ers. He was on the Pat McAfee show, and here was this quote. There are a ton of people tuning in, rooting against us for one reason, and one reason only. It's because of my vaccination status and them wanting to see us lose so they could pile on. Oh, damn right! Because you know what? After all the nonsensical BS's you put up this past year and your behavior, your drama queen attitude, people can't stand you. Yeah, a lot of people are rooting against you. So you're the best quarterback in football, maybe best talented quarterback in football, but my goodness, his behavior is just hard to take, man. It's tough to take. And I think in a year or two, whenever he retired, I think people's going to tune off on him because his attitude. It's tough to take. So the 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame result will reveal, and the reaction and all the stuff, the results, they are ridiculous, controversial, and the system is broken, the Hall of Fame. So David Ortiz, the great Red Sox slugger, made in as his first year of eligibility, while Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds on their final eligibility did not make it. It's an absolute ridiculous fact that David Ortiz was on that Mitchell report. He was in that. The report was on 2003. It was revealed on 2009, and the fact that he was the one of the tested positive one. But these people, these apologists, media people, believed in him with his stupid apologies like, "Oh, I didn't do it. It was a mistake," and blah 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 blah, and didn't believe in his nonsense. And the reason why he only gets in because his nice guy teddy bear attitude, because he's a nice guy. Just because of that. I don't think he should get in the first year. It's a wrong move. The fact that if he were to get in, it's gonna be in the like what Edgar Martinez went through. He should be going in the 10th year. Or like in the final year of the eligibility. Whatever. Not in his first year. I cannot agree with him. This decision, the fact that Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds are two of the best players of all time. And yeah, they had ties with the PED controversial. But they were great before they used PEDs. They were great before they even used the roids and everything. And Roger Clemens took to the court under oath. He proved his innocence. So this is a first step that David Ortiz, the first guy with PED controversy that got in. Then in a few years later, I expect Alex Rodriguez to get in, because Alex Rodriguez is a much better ball player than David Ortiz in terms of overall, because David Ortiz is just DH, never play the field. I don't value DH that much. Sorry, I don't. Overall, the Hall of Fame voting system, these writers, they're all broken. It's messed up. The system is out of touch. It needs to be changed. The fact that it's all about voting who are the best player of the sports, not with the stupid, like, oh, he's a nice guy, or like some political nonsense or whatever. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that was the 2022 Baseball Hall of Fame recaps and all. So what do you think about the Hall of Fame stuff and some of the topics that I talked about on the quick hits? I would like to hear from you, and please leave it on your comment, your reaction, and I appreciate you for watching and listening to this program. And please follow and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time, and please take care.